Do you want to learn how to triple your money that you have in your investments with this recession that's going on right now, where we got a big discount in the overall stock market? I'm going to show you a very specific strategy where you can actually triple all of your money that you have invested by investing it in particular places that I'm going to discuss. This gives you a leveraged opportunity for you to make a lot of money with the opportunity that we have now in the market. A lot of people think of this as a negative thing, but it's actually a really beautiful thing because it gives you the opportunity to succeed and make a lot of money. So we're going to be discussing this opportunity right now. Stay in tune. What's going on, subscribers? Welcome to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. Subscribe for new videos every single week where we teach you all about how to make profits in the stock market. That's what we're dedicated towards, because a wage makes you a living, but profits make you a fortune. The faster you start getting focused on making profits instead of making a wage, you'll be much more successful than the rest. So yeah, if you're interested in this type of content, financial freedom, personal development, make sure you subscribe. That way you do not miss out on any brand new videos. Let's get this video to 50 likes and leave me a comment down below on what you thought of this video. Now, I do have some special links for free stocks, such as with Webull. They'll give you 2 free stocks as soon as you get started investing with them. And then for Robinhood, you'll get a free stock as well. You definitely don't want to miss out on these opportunities if you do not have a brokerage account with any of these. M1 Finance, they'll give you $10 to get started investing. And then this Discover Secure credit card where you get 1 to 2% cash back on every single purchase plus a $50 sign up bonus. All the links are in the description. Let's get to the video. So this opportunity uses a strategy by investing in a leveraged ETF. If you've never heard of this term, it might be confusing, but I'll do my best to explain it. A leveraged exchange traded fund is a marketable security that uses financial derivatives and debt to amplify the returns of an underlying index. While a traditional ETF typically tracks the securities and its underlying index on a 1-to-1 basis, a leveraged ETF may aim for a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio. Leveraged ETFs are available for most indexes such as Nasdaq 100 and Dow Jones Industrial Average. So basically, it's like an ETF, just the same way as VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500, where it tracks the S&P 500. But the ETF is basically leveraged. So basically, if the stock market goes up by 3%, this leveraged ETF is going to triple that. So it's going to go up by 9%. However, if the stock market goes down by 2%, this ETF will go down 6%. So whatever the triple of that amount is. And there's leveraged ETFs for the inverse and the correlated ETF. So for example, I'm going to show you some specific examples, but basically, like there's one for the Dow Jones, and that one mimics the Dow Jones, but it's leveraged, so it'll do 3x whatever the Dow Jones does. And then there's a inverse ETF for the Dow Jones that is leveraged as well. So if the Dow Jones goes down that day, that one will basically go up whenever the stock market goes down, and it'll 3x that percentage change. So it's a very intense strategy. If you're a beginner in the stock market, I would definitely do not mess around with these, because you have to know and be certain what direction the stock market is going towards. Because if you're investing in the wrong ETF at the wrong time, you are going to lose 3x your money. So it'll work the opposite. So you have to be certain what you're doing, and you have to get a lot of practice before you actually start doing it for real. But I'm going to show you some examples. But first, I do want to mention that this type of leverage ETFs are mainly short-term investments. You should pretty much never be using these for long-term investments, because it's kind of impossible to determine the pattern of the stock market over a long term with this ETF, so it's more of a short-term play. And here are some pros and cons of using a leverage ETF. Leverage ETFs offer the potential for significant gains that exceed the underlying index. Investors have a wide variety of securities to trade using leveraged ETFs. Investors can make money when the market is declining using inverse leveraged ETFs. This is what I was talking about. So now, what about some cons of using leveraged ETFs? Leveraged ETFs can lead to significant losses that exceed the underlying index. Leveraged ETFs have higher fees and expense ratios as compared to traditional ETFs. If you're doing it short term, you won't really get affected by the fees at all. Leverage ETFs are not long-term investments. So yeah, that is correct. So yeah, let me show you some specific examples on Robinhood that you can utilize to make money in the stock market and especially take advantage of this recession. And I'm going to show you an exclusive strategy that I'm following to triple my money during this recession. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so first stock, SPXU. These are ProShares Ultra Pro Short S&P 500 ETF. So this is shorting the S&P 500. So every time the stock market goes down, this one's gonna do really well. And I believe this one is 3x leverage as well. So if we go through it, you'll see that this one tends to go up when the stock market goes down. So this is what a lot of people mean by they're shorting the market. They're probably investing in some sort of leverage ETF that allows them to make money even when the stock market is going down. So anything is possible. You just have to play with the inverses to make money in pretty much any situation. But you do have to act quick whenever these moves come, because if you don't catch them at the right time, you are gonna miss out on a lot of profit. And if you don't get out on the right time, you are gonna probably end up in a lot of losses. So as you see, overall the stock market tends to go up, so this one tends to go down because it's the opposite. But obviously it does have spikes in the stock when it does go up by a lot. So that's why it's good to know that these are out there, these instruments for us to make money even in good times and even in bad times. So yeah, let's take a look. So yeah, that was the S&P 500 Ultra Pro Short, and this is the same thing but for the Dow. So the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones are kind of similar. They both give a good indication of the overall market, but the difference is the S&P 500 has the top 500 biggest market cap companies, versus the Dow just has the 30 biggest companies in the Dow Jones index. So yeah, as you see here, same kind of pattern. It goes down over time, but there are times when it goes up, like right now recently. So you could have made a really good amount of money by investing in this one right now, that it's tending to go up in value. So let's take a look at the next one. So UDow, this is Ultra Pro Dow 30. So this one's gonna go up with the market, so it's directly aligned with the Dow Jones. If it goes up, this one's gonna go up. If it goes down, it's gonna go down. And as you see, before all this happened, this stock was $135 per share, and right now we're getting the opportunity to get it to 36. So that is a great deal. We're getting to buy the stock very cheap, and as long as we do recover from this situation that's going on right now, we should be able to see prices way higher than 36 for this stock that you see here. And I'm actually investing heavy in the stock right now. I started buying some shares recently. I have about 8 shares right now, but I'm slowly adding more. And I recorded this like 2 days ago. That's why you don't see that. But right now I have about 8 shares of this, and I'm planning on investing heavy into this because I believe the market will recover. It's just a matter of time, and I want to make sure I get 3x leverage on my money to basically triple my earning power. So let's take a look at another one, just so that you get familiar on all the different ones that the stock market has that are 3x leverage ETFs. So this is SPXL. It's the S&P 500 Bull 3x share. So similar to the other one, but this is S&P 500 instead of Dow Jones. So this one didn't go down that much, so you could be making more money with the Dow Jones index, the one that we looked at earlier. But this is still good ETF for you to invest in to make good money really quick if the market recovers. So this is UPRO Ultra Pro S&P 500 ETF. So same thing. There's a lot of different ones. Just choose one that you like that's really consistent. And I will look at the max chart of every single leverage ETF that you're planning on investing, because you want to make sure that the ETF has been in the market for a long time. UDAO Ultra Pro Dow 30. Oh, so this is the same one. Yeah. So this is the one I'm investing in. Let me know your opinion on leverage ETFs. I do want to say, please be careful with these. Only invest in what you understand, and also get some practice with paper trading. I don't advise that you do this with real money, because it does take a lot of practice, but it can be extremely beneficial once you get the hang of it and are able to take advantage of these situations. You also have to be pretty active. This is definitely not passive investing at all. If you don't take out your money in the right places, and if you don't put in the money in the right places, you can lose a lot of money. So yeah, if you're interested in learning more about this, let me know in the description down below. If you want to see how my position in the Pro Dow Jones Index Leverage ETF goes, let me know. Let's go out there and make those profits. There we go, subscribers. That's how you do leverage ETFs. Let me know if you learned something today. Did you know that leverage ETFs were a thing? Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you ever used them before? What was your experience like? Yeah, I'm very interested in your opinion. Like this video, comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. Always remember, a wage makes you a living, but profits make you a fortune. I'll see all of y'all in the next video. Peace.